Well, hello and welcome to the Waking Up Spiritually podcast. Greg and I are so thrilled to have you join us today. Today's going to be a really special program. I'm Wendy Rose Williams, and I am a past life energy healer. And I help people release energy that no longer serves them, whether it's chronic pain, physical or emotional, anxiety, depression, or just feeling stuck, like you cannot get life out of second gear. My website is wendyrosewilliams.com, and you'll find various events and programs as well as my books there. So I will turn it over to my co-host, Gregg Kirk, and have him tell you what we're going to be doing today.
Hello, everybody. I'm Gregg Kirk. You can find me at greggkirk.com. That's spelled GREGGKIRK.com. So I do energy work in person or remotely. I'm also a Lyme disease advocate, and I help people with Lyme disease through herbal treatments and energy healing. So you can come to my website and click on the appointment link if you'd like to get a health consult, or if you'd like to also do energy sessions. The second thing I do is online group healing circles every Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on East Coast time. And in the Connecticut area, we do fire circles once a month. So these are gatherings where people not necessarily want to heal. Some people do. They want to have a spiritual experience. And we have some very spectacular experiences sometimes in person. So go to greggkirk.com to check me out there. So, and click on the events link, or like I said, the appointment link. So, Wendy, I will get the PowerPoint up and running if you'd like to let
Okay.
everybody know what I'm doing.
So we record and archive all these programs. You're certainly so welcome to listen live via our YouTube channel or via the podcast apps, but we also archive everything at wakingupspiritually.com. And what's great about going there, because this is a visual podcast, so there are PowerPoints for most of the podcasts. And so you can also take a peek at it if you want to look at it visually versus just listening. So whichever way you like to consume your media, we're working to be as flexible for you as we can. And on wakingupspiritually.com, there's a search button. And that is so nice because almost daily I hear from people, I need help connecting with my guides. So you can put in like a single word or phrase and look for what you need help with, whether it's energy management, grounding, clearing, connecting with guides, releasing past lives. And you're very likely to find a podcast there or more than one on that topic. And if you don't, please let us know. If you have a need, if you have a suggestion, let us know what you'd like to have help with. Because the reason Gregg and I are here, and the reason we created our Facebook group, which is also called Waking Up Spiritually, is to help with the spiritual awakenings, because it can be lonely, it can be discombobulating, it can make you think you have gone a little nutty. So we're just here to help with that. So check out wakingupspiritually.com. And today it is my pleasure, with Gregg's assistance, to do a live channeling of Yeshua, later known as Jesus, his mother, Mother Mary, and Mary Magdalene, his wife. So that is what we'll be doing today, in honor of Mary Magdalene Day, which is on July 22nd.
Okay.
So let's get started then. And Gregg, you can even turn off that events page, and we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in that wonderful Holy Family, and I never know who's going to step forward first. I did ask them to please identify themselves and just say their name as they start to speak, so to kind of help you keep track of, because sometimes they can switch back and forth between two of them or three of them. I have no idea what the message is going to be, so it's just a fun leap of faith for me, and let's just see what they'd like to share with us in honor of Mary Magdalene Day. So just give me a moment. You might hear me mumbling to myself a little bit here as I get nice and grounded and clear in my energy and bring them in. So I'm going to close my eyes. I can channel eyes wide open, but just for simplicity, I'm just going to close my eyes and do it that way. So thank you so much, higher self, fully in my body, wonderfully grounded to Mother Earth. and also connected to the divine, bringing in Yeshua, Mother Mary, and Mary Magdalene. Please help me be a clear channel for this marvelous family. Oh my gosh, they're coming in like bowling balls, just about to knock me over. They're excited and thrilled to be here with us. So let's see who steps forward first. This is Yeshua. I am so delighted to be here with all of you. Thank you, Gregg and Wendy, for providing the opportunity, and thank you for coming in to converse with us today. I am so happy that the Pope chose to set the record straight and officially named my wife, officially named Mary Magdalene as the 13th apostle. So just having her name cleared and having more clarity around who she was and is just gladdens me so much, not only on a personal level for Mary and for me, and for our family and friends, but for the divine feminine, because it was part of the hip checking of shoving my wife and mother and other people, other women that were very, very high vibrational souls here on a very specific mission with me. Somehow I got all the credit as the Son of God, as a wonderful healer who walked the earth, as someone who never forgot who he was and always listened to hear what God wanted done and what God wanted said, and just help bring forward that message that God is love. So just to have gone through the experiences that I did in my 33 years on earth, and then to have seen my mother and wife and the other women, because women were not equal in our day. Let's let's get that straight. 2000 years ago, women were not considered equal to men. And that is such an arbitrary distinction that does not make any sense. Just like these other uh, prejudices that can exist based on artificial boundaries, based on color, race, based on where someone lives, based on their educational attainment, based on whatever division you might choose to use. So seeing them pushed out of their roles and having to run for their lives, that was very distressing to me. So I'm very grateful to the current Pope for having declared that there is a Mary Magdalene Day. It's simply my wife's birthday. It's Magdalene's feast day is her day of birth, but to have her record cleared, so to speak, um, she was not a whore. She was not a camp follower. And those sorts of defamations of character really, truly hurt my heart. So I was so happy that she was recognized as the 13th apostle. Now think about it. Think about it from a practical standpoint. Who do you think was with me the most? My wife, my children, my mother, my immediate family. I am not downplaying the very significant role that the apostles, also called the disciples, played, but they were all primarily men with families, and they had to earn a living. So they were with me on much more of a part-time basis, much more limited time together. And also, they did not have the vibrational attainment that my mother did to be able to give birth to me as a virgin birth, because yes, that is true information that is shared in the Bible, and my wife. So I'll just stop there, and just express again my gratitude and my delight, because it is time to balance the divine masculine and divine feminine energies within all of us. We all have two sides to our body. The right side of the body is the active masculine side. The left side of the body, no less important, is that beautiful receiving side, that attracting side. So that's the two parts of the body. That's the two energies within us. Yes, we may present in any given lifetime with a specific gender appearance that we've chosen. And goodness, aren't things getting more fluid nowadays? And that's absolutely fine. It's another way of looking at the energies, that masculine and feminine energy being balanced. Why is that so important? It's part of becoming peace, becoming peace within your heart, becoming peaceful within your life, and then just holding that vibration, as well as love and joy, gratitude, the highest vibrational energies, the heaven on earth energies, and then radiating those throughout your daily life, radiating those throughout the world, throughout the planet, throughout the universe. This is where peace on earth comes from. That joke, it's actually a Don Henley song. Wendy is telling me it's the name of a CD she can picture in her mind right now, called Inside Job. It really is an inside job to become self-confident, to become loving and peaceful with exactly who you are as you are now. And then just radiating that out. That is where peace on earth comes from, versus this unfortunate warring energy and the lower vibrational energies. So I'll stop there, Gregg. And do you have any specific questions? And it might be Magdalene, it might be Mother Mary who answers it. We'll be fluid with who comes in. There's also angels here, and Saint Germain is also helping hold the energy with his wonderful violet flame of transmutation, his gift to the world. And anyone can tune into Saint Germain's energy and ask to use that violet flame. Transmutation means transformation. It means change. So if you have something in your life that is not working for you, just imagine a beautiful violet flame coming all around you, and use it to transmute, transform what you don't want or need anymore, and just lift up your energy from there. So he's also here.
Great. Thank you. Um, I think I speak for a lot of people who I know right now that some people are having a hard time with the changes that are happening on Earth now, and people are kind of grappling with fear. And some people are grappling with fear; other people are understanding how to transmute it. But what kind of advice or would you give to somebody who's in a state of fear right now or anxiety?
Absolutely. Mother Mary would like to speak to that. She is here, and I'm going to hand the talking stick over to her. We'll do it in the Native American tradition. She now has the talking stick to speak. She has the floor. Thank you. Thank you, son. So what I would like to say, and this can be challenging, because fear, it's coming from an overactive mind. It's coming from an overactive ego. And learning to balance that left part of the brain, oh my goodness, that can be quite the journey. And the best advice I can give you is to just visualize your heart opening, because love is the antidote to fear. And I don't want that to sound trite, because when you are in fear, it can be very, very difficult to open your heart. So do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. Self-care is vital when you're feeling anxious or feeling extremely worried or have moved all the way into fear, kind of a continuum there. And just picture, ask for help. Ask your own higher self, your wise soul with that distilled wisdom across all lifetimes to come fully in your body. Ground yourself to Mother Earth. Get outside more. Turn off those darn screens, whether it's television, computer, phone, tablet, whatever it might be, reader board, whatever it might be. Think about what is causing that fear, because it can be programming. And letting go of watching the news or reading the news, for instance, it's news programming, and that is the source of much of the fear. But if it is something more specific to you, um, go within, bring in your higher self, ground yourself to a gracious Mother Earth, connect to the divine, and ask for help. And then just vision your heart opening like a lotus flower. Just do your best to do that. And just that's going to just kind of straighten your shoulders, put your shoulders back, lift your chin, and just get more room in your chest cavity. And just feel your heart opening. And where that love comes in, where that heart opening is, then the fear, there's just no room for it. There's no room for it. So you can see it just getting larger and larger, and then starting to fill all your chakras. Remember, your heart chakra is the middle of the 7 major chakras. You've got 3 above and 3 below. Fear typically is coming up in the head, in the mind, in the brain, in the ego. So getting yourself grounded and clear, going outside, as I said, getting your feet in the grass if you can, being by the water, being in the sand, being by trees, uh, in the mountains, wherever you can get outside in nature, can just help marvelously. There's something magic about going and taking a walk for 5 minutes. It can truly be that simple to just clear away that. If it's a more specific fear that keeps bothering you, plaguing you, even, it's become like an obsessive, repetitive mind control or implant, that sort of fear, and it feels irrational to you and you just cannot shake it. Again, ask for our help. Write down on a little sheet of paper, I feel fearful, I feel fear, I feel so worried about, and you don't even have to make it be a long story, just I feel, and whatever that feeling is, and then go outside with that little piece of paper. And if you don't have a fire pit, fireplace outside, if you don't have some way to burn it up outside, just bring a big old clean can with you, something safe to burn in if you don't have a fire barrel or anything to burn in. And bring your lighter, your matches, whatever, and come outside. Again, you're out in nature and you're getting ready to release the fear. You're getting ready to do that. And now ask for help. Ask your higher self, your guides, angels, whoever brings you comfort, whoever comes to mind. Ask them to help you. Ask the fairies, whoever you're relating to in that moment. And then feel that energy, whether it's fear, anger, lack of support, um, pain, whatever it might be, feel it for just 15 seconds. And please be as dramatic about it as you can. Really give yourself permission, because it's only going to be 15 seconds. So even if it's a very low vibration, uncomfortable energy, fear is not fun to feel, nor is shame, nor is embarrassment, nor is heartbreak, nor is rage, but they need to be felt to release them. And the issue is, our emotions are meant to teach us so much when we're in human form, but when we don't know what to do with them and we don't know how to release them and clear them, we tend to keep shoving them away, because we're afraid it's just going to take over our life. So you're out there with your coffee can, you've got your little note, and you've asked for help in feeling that fear or other emotion that you want help releasing. Now, crumple up that note after you've felt it fully, throw it in that can, and burn it up. And just let it go. And that is such a powerful way to let it go. And we will help you do that. It's just a symbol of you releasing it to us, releasing it to a higher power, just letting it go. And that mere act of burning up that little slip of paper, Wendy's calling it a sticky note. I don't love the term sticky note because it sounds like it's still going to stick to you. But that's what she's calling it. I think because they're little notepads. So release it. Do you think I didn't feel fear at times in my life? Of course I did. I was in human form. I felt fear for my people. I felt fear at times specifically for my son, for my family, for my daughter-in-law, for my grandchildren, for my children, for myself. I was in human form. So what I did was do my best to open my heart, to ground and clear my energy, to connect with the divine, and then to just release it. Do you think Magdalene did not feel? Oh, she's correcting me. She said she didn't feel a lot of fear. Okay, I'm going to let her speak for herself. My talking stick is going to Mary Magdalene, to my daughter-in-law. This is Mary Magdalene, and I'm correcting Mother Mary. It's never, and I want to say this with great respect, because she's such an amazing being, but it's always best to speak for ourselves when we can, because we're the one that knows the best what we felt in a given moment. And she was thinking that I felt some fear at the crucifixion. I mostly felt white hot rage. I mostly felt anger, and I was working to not have the top of my head blow off with anger, because I just, in that moments, and they were long moments because it went on for more than a day. And so Mother Mary was feeling some fear and anxiety of just trying to help Yeshua pass on. And as I said, I was feeling anger and rage that it had to come to that, and that was the way he was going to go home. But I understood his role. I understood he chose it. He was willing to do it with the greatest of love and strength and courage in his heart for mankind. He was willing to do it to raise the vibration and the frequency. He went home as the Prince of Peace. He went home as the Lamb of God. Those expressions are not trite. They're actually quite profound. They're quite perfect. But yeah, Mother Mary's laughing a little bit. She's like, I didn't know you were that mad. We were that angry. So we were, of course, and just all the emotions, as you can imagine. But that was 2 days in our lives, and we did have our entire lifetime. So we don't typically spend a lot of time thinking about, that one piece, because there were so many other amazing moments. And I am so, so grateful that things are really changing in many parts of the world, and people are raising their vibration and frequency beautifully, beautifully, just like Earth has, and are working to connect with Earth more. Absolutely appreciate and applaud and encourage everyone. What can you do to support Earth more so she can cool herself off? She has to cool herself off to remain habitable. So please, when you feel, sense, hear, because some of you are very in tune with Mother Earth and can feel. You have dreams, you have prophetic dreams, where you can just sense, like when the Schumann resonance is really up, when there's solar flares really happening, when it's eclipse season, new moon, full moon. Many of you are very in tune with these sorts of energies. Please just do your best to align with Earth. Ask her what she needs. Ask her how you can support her. Because if we're fighting against her and trying to, for instance, stop a volcanic eruption from coming or stop a tsunami, it's not possible to do, and it's just going to give us more discordant energy. So we need to bow down to the wisdom of our mother, Mother Earth, because we're living on her body. We're living on her physical planet at this time, and she must cool herself off. So that's what I'd like to say. And Gregg, please, all three of us are here. With Saint Germain, and the angels are just all around us in a circle. What else can we say? Did that help with
Yeah.
your very pertinent question of what do I do when I move into fear? Because if you just hear move into love, I mean, come on,
Mm.
that's not realistic. So that's why we tried to help with a couple of techniques and visualizations, because Wendy, for instance, she went through a profound 2-year period of almost daily psychic attacks when she was first really moving into her Magdalene energy. Because I was defamed, I was vilified, and there was a lot of martyr energy there. There was a lot of victim energy there. So she attracted a lot of just anger and vitriol was sent her way as she stepped into that. Do you think she wasn't in fear? Absolutely. She slept with one eye open for about 2 years and was unbelievably exhausted until she found ways. And people would say to her, well-meaning healers and teachers said to her again and again, well, you just need to raise your vibration and then you won't have psychic attacks. But no information that was useful to her was shared as to how do you do that.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like so you just have to keep looking for that when you need that information. Like, okay, how do I release the fear? How do I raise my vibration and frequency? And many of the ways are so simple, so beautiful. It's be out in nature more, get good sleep, get the best quality sleep that you can, and allow yourself that 7 to 8 hours or more of sleep a night. Eat the best foods you can and drink plenty of high quality water, and really look at your nutrition as well as look at what's your movement in a day. Because when we're in a human body, as magnificent as the human body is, it does require upkeep. It does not care for things like cigarettes. It does not care for excessive amounts of alcohol. I'm not here to lecture, but I'm just telling you, your beautiful container, there's certain things that it wants and likes and needs, and other things that just aren't going to serve it well. So just, doing what you can, and just being with people that make you happy, or being by yourself if that's what makes you happy. Watching a favorite comedy movie, reading a favorite book, just doing the thing, listening to some great music. I mean, Greg, here you are a musician, so just doing the things that you need to do, to feel good in your body and in your life. That is what naturally raises your vibration and frequency.
Thank you. No, those are all practical methods to achieve that. So I appreciate that very much. I have one other question that came to me while you were speaking. It just because times are changing right now, and the world's different. Every day is different. It seems like, and
The rate of change is incredible. It's never been faster. Yes.
right. So there are some people who are waiting for the return of Yeshua, or they're waiting for things to change because of an upcoming election, or more or less they're waiting for the cavalry to come to save the day. Um, what kind of advice or message do you have to people who are waiting for those things?
You are the cavalry. Stop waiting. You're it. You are such powerful creators and co-creators. I mean, Yeshua was quoted correctly multiple places in the Bible when he talked about that everyone was capable of what he did and more. And the time is here. The time is now. So just realize we've all got that beautiful Christ consciousness within us. Let's just visualize it. Let's just bring it in. Let's just do this again practically, as you said, Greg, and bring in a golden light. Just imagine this golden light. It is coming in, starting up at the top of your head, and we're gently working with your crowns. And it's coming in like a liquid honey almost. And it's just coming all throughout your system. It's balancing up your chakras as it goes. It's opening your crown chakra, more connected to the divine, balancing up your third eye, your psychic abilities, giving that pineal gland some decalcification if needed, coming on down through the throat chakra. Just imagine this gorgeous golden light just filling you, bathing you. It's all around you. It's all within you. It's coming down now over your shoulders. It's going throughout your heart. And Mother Mary is working to broaden it, to bring in the depth and the breadth, opening the hearts. And everyone, this is another way to release fear. You've got this one. Just stand in the center of your own heart. Because when that fear is getting triggered, it can be your own inner child. It can be you, the younger you, can be past life energy releasing, can be your shadow self, that part of you that you least like. So Mother Mary is working with everyone's heart chakra again. Picture the lotus flower opening, getting larger and larger. And this is going to be perpetual. She's setting this up for everyone listening. And the old what are pieces called petals? The old petals are just falling away because there's so much new growth coming from within as you learn and grow at each and every day. So it's just opening more and more and more and more new growth coming in. And that golden Christ light, that consciousness is now going down into your solar plexus. Oh my goodness, we're going to capture it here. Here's your self-confidence. Here's your self-competence. Here's your self-love. Here's your self-respect. Here's where you set boundaries from. And so many people, their solar plexus, it's just, is small. It's small. So we're just getting you to be comfortable with being exactly who you are, who you're meant to be. getting each of those chakras spinning and opening, expanding. We're ministering to them, we're blessing them, we're opening them, we're right sizing them. In a few cases, we're Costco sizing them because they're so tiny. So now we're going down to the sacral chakra. That golden light, that Christ consciousness is filling the sacral. Here's the joy, here's the creativity, here's the sensuality, here's the sexuality, here's the primal self, here's all the good things you came to enjoy in a body. You could have stayed at home and not been in a body. You chose to come here. Such a brave, beautiful choice. So appreciated. So just enjoy, enjoy, enjoy your life to the best of your ability. And now let's go down to the root chakra. The Christ light is lighting up your root. Here's your health. Here's your wealth. Here's your harmonious relationships. Here's your purpose. Your purpose, just lighting up. And now the Christ light, it's balanced all the chakras. It's now filling your legs, your feet. It also worked its way out your shoulders, out your arms, your hands, your fingers, filling your entire body, connecting you beautifully down to that magnetic core of Mother Earth. And once you're grounded, grounding and clearing your energy is the number one way to release fear. It is a symptom, it is a sign of not being fully in your body. It's also a sign of not being in the present moment. Fear and anxiety, it's from worrying too much about the past. The past is gone. We can heal and release that energy. We can bring forward what we want to celebrate from it. And fear and anxiety is also from worrying too much about the future. And then you're mistakenly, by law of attraction, creating what you don't want. So watch what Penny Pierce calls a stinking thinking, in power, in frequency, the power of personal vibration. Penny Pierce talks about that, and that's us being powerful, powerful creators at 5D. We're at the fifth spiritual dimension and higher now. Earth has raised her vibration and frequency there, and we are catching up to her. That's what the flash of light is about that's coming in. It's everyone raising their vibration and frequency to 5D, the fifth spiritual dimension and higher. What is 5D? It's peace, it's love, it's joy. And you manifest so much more quickly. And you're also on the dharmic path versus being on that old karmic path of unbalanced energy. So that Christ light, that Christ consciousness, the cavalry is filling your entire body. Got your soul fully in your body, your higher self fully in your body. You're healing your inner child, you're healing your shadow. You're connected wonderfully to the earth, helping be a great steward for Mother Earth, the animals, the trees, the water, the clean air, wherever you feel called to serve and to help. So appreciated. And now that you're fully grounded and clear, that's the beautiful way to connect up with the divine. Because when you're raising your vibration and frequency, if you're not grounded, you can get vertigo. You can feel spacey. You can feel like you're not yourself because you're not in your body and you're not grounded to the planet we live on. So that's what I'd like to say about the Christ light. So, how does that feel to not be waiting for one single man to come back and save us all? He's already done that. He's already shown us that God is love. And if you don't connect with the concept of a loving mother, father, God, that's absolutely fine. Perhaps you connect with the thought of the universe. Perhaps you connect with a different type of creator, Allah, whatever it might be. That's absolutely fine. But just that spark of the divine, that's within us all. So, did I answer your question, Gregg? Is there any follow up to that?
Oh, that was exactly what I was hoping for. So beautiful. Even more so
So
the
we have millions of Christed beings on the planet. Let's step into our divinity together and not be passively waiting for someone to come back and save us and clean it up. That is the difference of having your masculine and feminine energy and all your fire, your water, your earth, your air. It's all balanced now, and you're able to powerfully create and co-create peace, peace on earth. It's more than a Christmas card, people. Goodwill toward man. It's more than a Christmas card. So
thank you.
anything else that we may say, or are we ready to wrap up for today? May
Yeah.
we step back and bring Wendy back in?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Okay, wonderful. Well, know that we're here for you. You're welcome. Oh, I want to acknowledge Father Joseph is also here. So my husband Yeshua is his mother Mary speaking. And he's here too, and has just been helping balance the energy. He's was so important for home and hearth. So just helping again, hold the energy for our family and for the planet and her people. So thank you to Joseph. So, okay, bringing Wendy back in. Oh my goodness, that was so interesting. I've never seen them with like the talking stick before, like my turn, my turn, my turn. So thank you, Gregg, for keeping that on track and asking some follow-up questions that, as you said, are just so important, because I think asking the question of what do I do about the fear? Because as humans, it's very understandable. We can feel fearful when there's change,
Mhm.
and there is so much change. So just trying to be open to, what if this is the best change ever? What if you were to see peace on earth in your lifetime? Imagine that when you're holding those sorts of energies and thoughts, and knowing, yes, there absolutely um, are very likely to be some tough times coming that we're going to need to get through, as Earth cools herself off. And yes, some people are going to choose to go home and are going to need to go home and are going to be helped and assisted every step of the way, because for some people who don't want any change and just are not capable of raising their vibration and frequency to 5D and higher, they're not going to want to stay here, because it's just going to feel like this to them. I remember when I first was raising my vibration to 5D, my goodness, let's see, it was back in like 2012. So 12 years ago already. Gregg, I felt like I was shaking to death. It was like, I don't know what's going on. And because, and I mean, that's what it felt like. I felt like I was my own earthquake all day, every day
Mm.
for about 6 weeks. It was very uncomfortable.
Wow.
So, some people can be feeling those types of energy, or can be feeling vertigo. As I said, can be feeling just dizzy, spacey, lightheaded. Get outside, just ground and clear your energy and ask for help.
Yeah.
So available to us, but we have to ask, because we live on a free will planet. So we have to ask, because no one, no ascended master, no angel, no guide, no higher self can like swoop in and make it better and fix it for us without us asking. So you and I have talked about that many times.
Yep. Yep. Very good. Well, that was I think a lot of people who are watching this live can also watch the recorded version of this later and receive that gift of energy clearing that we got in the middle of that.
Yes.
That was beautiful. I went into meditation while that was going on. I was switching the camera view, so I was putting the view on you when you were channeling, Wendy. So you'll see it in the playback. So I was in the background. Nobody
Okay.
could see me, but I was meditating when that was going on. So that was nice.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for helping hold that beautiful, beautiful space. And I had a lot of fun. I don't know if you can see over my left shoulder, but I set up some of my Magdalene and Yeshua and Father Joseph and Mother Mary sacred items and things are over my shoulder. That's what's in the little chair behind me there.
Yeah,
So
great.
I just was activating it, but now I understand why they didn't want to tell me ahead, because like I said, I didn't need to know, because they really wanted to do healing work.
Mm,
They had a couple things to say, but then they wanted to do the healing work, because healing that fear,
mm,
that changes everything. So just remember, love is the antidote to fear. And just think, how can I feel more love in my life? How can I be love? How can I be exhibiting that? How do I bring that in? I erroneously, mistakenly, back when I was going through that, I heard them mention that 2-year period of psychic attacks that I went through when I first started stepping into my Magdalene energy. And I mistakenly thought that the antidote to fear was courage.
mm,
I didn't know it was love.
mm,
So I think that's why I had such a long, long bout with it. Courage is actually the antidote um, to cowardice.
mm.
But it's love is the antidote to fear. So
Right.
I wasn't in the right lane.
Right. Yeah.
I wasn't quite in the right lane. And then my boyfriend at the time, he said something to me about, he said, "You're one of the most brave people I know. What's going on? Something's not right. You need to rethink what's going on." So it's like, okay, so that was, kind of helped me, kind of go back to the drawing board of what the heck is going on here.
Mm,
So, but yes, we've just all got that beautiful love within us. And just picture, if those of you who are parents or who've ever held a newborn, just picture that child in your arms. That can be one of the easiest ways to really feel love. Or picture your romantic partner, picture a best friend, whoever it is, or whatever that situation or your animal companions. That's a very pure love situation for a lot of people too. It's just not messed up with a lot of complex human emotions. It's pretty straightforward.
yeah. No, I love what I read something that David Hawkins, the guy who did the map of human consciousness. So, 0 or 20 and below is like shame and suicide and all that, but it goes all the way up to 1,000. But at 500, that's the frequency of love. They've charted that a dog wagging its tail or a cat purring is vibrating at 500. That's pure love. So
Right. Right.
you can
And
lock into that.
that's amazing. So that's like the tipping point of, picture like the teeter-totter. Because I was so thrilled, and I cannot tell you, it was not only the deepest happiness, satisfaction, contentment, it was also a lot of relief to hear from the angels that we've reached the tipping point of peace on earth. Hey, I'm a realist too. I'm actually a great realist,
Mhm.
and I see what's going on. I understand. But the point is, of all the conflict, all the hot mess in so many different areas, not only geographically, but different areas, whether it's banking or education or healthcare, um, whatever it might be. The point is, it's being unearthed, and it's being shown, because we've got to bring it to the light. When it's all under wraps and hidden, it's not being brought to the light, so it can't be healed. You can't bring in that divine light. You can't bring in the Christ consciousness to it because it's not known. It's hidden.
Right.
So that's kind of the difference. But when I heard peace on earth, I was just, oh my goodness, my heart just opened so much, because that's specifically what I came here for in this lifetime, was to do anything I could to help with that mission and that purpose, having been taken out for it so many times in the past. And I'm kind of one of those rare individuals who's got a very profound memory of past lives, which can be wonderful and amazing, and it can also be a lot to deal with at times. So I just try and keep my sense of humor about it and see it as the gift that it is, now that I know how to manage it.
Right. Great.
So,
Well, Wendy,
all right.
let
Well,
me,
let's jump back into our PowerPoint then.
yes, let's do that.
All right. Well, just wanted to mention a couple of events. For those of you who would like to hear more from Yeshua Mother Mary Magdalene, I will be doing a live channeling Q&A from the audience. This coming Saturday, July 13th, from 8 to 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. And I included the booking link here. And if you register for $10 by July 12th, by the day before, you can bring a friend for free. And there will also be a special gift for all attendees. So I'm really looking forward to what we learn and hear and experience that day. And for those of you who are not able to see the booking link, it's on my website. So just go to wendyrosewilliams.com and you'll find the event there. I'm going to be doing, for the first time ever, a Come As You Were past life regression costume party. So if you know who you were in a past life, or there's a past life you really relate to, or a time period you really relate to, you're so welcome to come with something representing that. It'll be Sunday, August 25th, and the same information of how to register, and you can bring a friend for free. And if you have no danged idea of who you were, I will be helping you figure that out. So we'll do a meditation, a group past life regression, and you'll be able to figure that out. And I will help channel and help you get that straightened out, whatever past life energy you have to release or to celebrate. So, and then I'll be doing a live channeling to help you raise your vibration and frequency. We touched on that a fair bit today, and that'll be Saturday, September 28th. So all this information is on my website, and these all have a small registration fee of $10, and then bring a friend for free. And I offer on a complimentary ongoing basis group energy clearings and blessings with Q&A. So you will find those on my website too. So just look for those. It's an ongoing series. So you'll see a couple of dates, and they're all different days and times, because I'm trying to accommodate New Zealand and Australia and all different website or all different time zones, and not make everything be 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's some of the events coming up. And I'm so excited to mention that I have my newest book out, Regression Healing 2, Joe and Marilyn. And that was an amazing 8-year journey to get that written. It is a big book. And I'm so grateful to Gregg, because he's helping me create the audiobook version. So that will be coming soon. The book is available right now on Kindle in ebook version for just 99 cents. And that price will be changing soon. So I included the link for that. You can simply go to Amazon and look by my full name, Wendy Rose Williams, and you'll find my books that way. But this was such a journey, because the souls who were Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe, they needed to meet again, because they had some unfinished business. And Joe was just distraught. He wanted Marilyn's forgiveness from just something very regrettable that happened during their marriage. So it was a big deal for the soul who's now Joe to get to meet Marilyn, because they not only had the short marriage, but they dated for years. They were getting ready to remarry. And they had just a lot of different relationships. It was a pretty complex relationship over the years. And then, of course, her untimely early death when she was in her mid-30s. And I just invite you to think about, what past life energy might you need to heal and release to be able to be happy and to be healthy in your life now. And you'll know what it is, because it's the area or areas of your life you're struggling with. It's the ones that are the hardest. For instance, I've had some very challenging romantic relationships. Guess what? Still was playing out. The big input from it was the Joe and Marilyn energy, because I am one of the two main characters in the book. So I play multiple roles because I'm the author of it, but I also have a past life as one of those two individuals. So but that's what I wanted to say and to share. So Gregg, how about you? What's latest and greatest with you? Anything else to share, or have you already shared that at the beginning?
I did, yes. Well, I mean, I'm working on my second book, and hopefully it won't take 8 years. But it's I've got the first chapter written, and I've compiled years worth of information since writing my first book 6 years ago. So I'm hoping to get it finished by the end of the year, and yeah, I look
I
forward
can't
to
wait to
having
read
that.
it. Do you know what the title is yet, or to be determined?
Yeah, to be determined. I've come up with some different titles, and then found out that they've been taken. So
And
nowadays, luckily, that's the great thing about the internet. You can do a search and find out whether or not it's up on Amazon or elsewhere.
right.
And yeah, I had a title that I thought, there's no way anybody has that title, but no, yeah. So anyway,
Understand. Well, so look forward to that.
yeah, thank
All
you.
right. Well, thank you to everyone for being here. Please join us August 12th for the next Waking Up Spiritually podcast. It's always the second, or it's typically the second Monday of the month, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. And join our Facebook group, which is Waking Up Spiritually. And our website is wakingupspiritually.com, as I mentioned, and that's where you're able to search by topic for the different broadcasts. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. So that is linked here. And we so appreciate you rating and reviewing us on Apple iTunes or whatever your favorite podcast app is, because that helps other people just be able to get some support with their spiritual awakening, and some other help and services that Gregg and I might be able to provide. And Gregg's website is greggkirk.com. So visit it for information from him, and visit mine at wendyrosewilliams.com. And on a final note, thank you to, it's so funny, the guides told me to bring a wet washcloth. You get the lovely wet washcloth look here. It's now 90 degrees
Okay.
and up in my
Wow.
loft, but I'm doing just fine.
All
So
right. Well, get that
thank you to
AC
all of
back.
them. They told me to do that.
Right. Get that AC back on.
Exactly.
Be comfortable. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night. Rest of your night, Wendy.
Bye-bye. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone. We'll see you next time.
Okay. Bye-bye.